Technique 3, Foliage Domes. This technique shows you how to make a dome structure to support various types of foliage. As you can see, I've used it very successfully as a hanging feature at wedding receptions recently. I have also seen it used as a bowl container in floral art competition designs. For this technique you will need heavy gauge wire, and I've used fencing wire for farms, wire cutters, pliers and cable ties. Cut one length of wire to the size required for the circular base of your dome, the open part of the dome. Cut at least 4 lengths of wire about 2/3 the size of your first piece. Working with the long piece of wire first, make a loop at one end with your pliers. Thread the other end through this loop, bend the straight piece to form a loop that locks over the first one. This is now the base of your dome. Now we'll use the 4 or more shorter pieces of wire and the cable ties. Place one end of a shorter wire length over the base you have just made and attach with a cable tie. It's a good idea to leave a bit of wire overhang, as you can see in this photo. It will be useful if we need to make some adjustments when the dome is completed, and if not, it can easily be trimmed. Place a second cable tie over the join, forming an X, as is shown in the photo. This ensures a solid connection to hold the dome shape. Recheck the cable ties. If they don't form an X over the 2 pieces of wire, cut the cable ties off and start again. You need this type of connection to ensure the wires will not slide out when the foliage is placed on the dome. Attach the other end of your wire piece to the base of the dome using cable ties. You should now have the first dome shape above the base. Attach a second piece of wire to the base using the same cable tie method. Try to have these 2 dome pieces cross near the center top of the dome. This will make it easier to hang the dome when complete. Continue adding all your cut pieces of wire to the base of the dome in the same way. Attach cable ties where all the pieces cross one another for extra stability and strength of the dome. Trim all the excess ends of the cable ties to make the dome neat and tidy. Adjust the dome shape by moving the extra wire below the base, the overhang, until you are happy with the shape. Trim any excess wire, but not too close to the base. This can always be covered by foliage. It's a good idea to make up as many domes as you require in one sitting, because you'll get faster with this technique the more that you do. Now you can thread through the foliage to fill in the dome as much as you need for your design. In the example shown here, I've used twisted willow branches, some stripped of their leaves, others left with foliage, and a bunch of lavender hanging down through the center of the dome. Any type of long, flat foliage can be threaded through the wire structure. You can make it as thick as you need, add some moss or tillandsia around the base to give it a border, or even attach a few glass vials or test tubes for flowers. Remember that if you're using this for competition work, the foliage will need to either remain turgid for the duration of the show or have a water source. I know you'll find many ways to use these techniques in your floral designs. Let me know how you go. I'd love to see some of your efforts. I'm Kim Bailey.